This TV paired with this Roku is using a little too much power for me. I gotta do something about this. I finally have to do something about it. So this is a TCL 50-inch Roku 4 series, along with the second to latest Roku Ultra. But this whole setup uses 80 watts on the TV, and this one, the Roku, uses 15 watts. Now, if you know anything about TCL TVs, you know that this has a Roku built into it, but I didn't want to use it at first because, I don't know, maybe I was paranoid for some reason. I don't know, but I never hooked it up. Okay, so here's the crazy thing. This thing uses 80 watts. This uses 15, 95 watts total. But here's the problem. The TV in and of itself, before I switch to HDMI, only uses 50 watts. You know what? I'm gonna just show you. How about that? Let me just show you. All right, so we got the power meter. I had to split this with this little handy dandy thing. I'll put a link in the description for this if you're interested. It's a cool little device. All right, let's start with the TV. 3.3, I feel like when it's idling, it's at like 13 something or whatever. It has like a low power mode, which is like 3 something. And then it has this like, all right, I'm ready, standby mode. All right, now let's turn it on. All right, you can see there, TV's on. 50 watts. Roku's set up internally and all that jazz. TCL Roku TV. Boom. I do use my TVs on low power mode. I talked about that in the last video, but I'll show you it here anyway. Brightness, normal, picture mode, low power mode. Videos playing, TV's using 50 watts. That's TV, Roku, YouTube app, all of that. Now, let's hook this up. First of all, let's just switch to HDMI and see what happens. Nothing's plugged in, so it's gonna do that. Let's see what it does. Nothing. Okay, cool. Let's plug the Roku in. Why does that jump up a whole 16 watts? And that's not the highest. It goes higher than that. Look at it. That's crazy. I mean, I imagine that the HDMI is doing something. This is 4K, but this is 4K as well. I mean, the TV itself is 4K as well, so I don't get that. Now, why in the world would I power this TV? It gets higher than this at 75 watts when I could do the same thing on here for 50. Why would I do that? If you haven't watched the other video that I did on my TCL 32-inch, you should check that out. If you're not subscribed, you should consider it and get more stuff like this. It's holla.